Manchester United back in Premier League action, playing Newcastle tomorrow. Really looking forward to the game. It seems to have dragged on and on that international break, and the fact that we lost to Chelsea last time out was so disappointing. There was an international break as well. But the last international break, we were going out on a high, we were winning games, and I thought that's the best time to go out, because otherwise if you go out like we've just done, the week just drags out, because you want that next game to come thick and fast if you've lost. But it actually didn't help Manchester United. Our momentum just seemed to slow down after that international break, because we hadn't played, and with the injuries to Paul Pogba and whatever, it just didn't, for some reason or another, we've just stopped performing up till now. Hopefully this international break will be the opposite, because we are hearing that Manchester United have got 3 players back from injury. This could be massive for Manchester United moving forward between now and Christmas. We've got Zlatan Ibrahimovic back in the squad. Hasn't played yet for the reserve, so that's a bit of a worry. Marcus Rojo, who played 45 minutes in their recent under-23 game, which was fantastic to see. And Paul Pogba also back in the Manchester United squad to play Newcastle, so really pleased with that. Hopefully, I wouldn't expect all 3 to be on the substitutes bench, but I would probably expect Paul Pogba to be on the bench, and I'm not too sure on Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but obviously it is a home game, so the players will probably be in the stands anyway. All the rest of the players that aren't in the squad anyway. So, but that will be a massive lift if Paul Pogba is back. Maybe Rojo's on the bench as well, but I doubt it. I think he'd probably like to give him some more game time in the under-23s at some point. But it is interesting. I think that the under-23s have got a game tomorrow as well. So I would have thought that Marcus Rojo might have been included in that, but we will see. We've got Champions League football coming up as well, so Zlatan probably will get some game time coming up soon. We're going to probably have some dead rubbers in that. But this game is vitally important. Manchester United's home form has been brilliant this season. We've won every single home game, and only, as far as I know, conceded against Burton Albion, but I think that is about all we've conceded in the games in. So really good defence and really good home record, which Jose Mourinho always gets spot on at all clubs that he's been to. So Manchester United should be going in with this full of confidence that we can get a victory at home. I don't think it's going to be easy, but Newcastle, I think, have lost their last 2 games in the Premier League, both 1-0, so they're not scoring that many goals, but they're not, I think they've scored about 10 goals and let about 10 in, so they're not really letting too many in, but they're not scoring enough. And I've been looking at their squad, and they don't really have the players to score many goals this season. And that was where I would have been, if I was a Newcastle fan, worried this season that they're probably not going to score enough goals to start. But I think they're just below mid-table at the moment, so they're not doing bad at all. They've surprised me a little bit. I thought they'd be somewhere near the bottom, but not relegation threat, but just above the drop, where they'll probably be safe after midway through the season, but never going to push up for the top half of the Premier League. Now, what sort of team do I think Jose Mourinho is going to put out? This is a real question, because obviously we don't know what's happened on international break, whether players have got knocks or anything. So, but obviously a lot of players have participated in them games. So David Hale, obviously being goal, participated for Spain in a 3-3 draw. Christ knows what he's going to go for at the back. Maybe go for a back 4, but probably going to go for Asher Young, Valencia. Will it be Jones? I mean, Jones got a knock for England. He didn't play in the second game, so probably be Jones and Bay at the back. Then midfield, I've got a feeling he might bring Marouane Fellaini back into the starting lineup in place of Ander Herrera. Now, Fellaini hasn't played a lot of football lately, and he looked sloppy when he came on against Chelsea. He's not probably ready to start games yet, so maybe that game in the week would be a slightly better one, because there's less pressure on Manchester United. We don't need to go to Basel and get the victory. So I would personally probably stick with Ander Herrera. He will go in Matic in there. It's whether I don't think he will start Paul Pogba. I would presume he'll be on the substitutes bench, because we cannot risk it. I mean, we've left it this long to bring Paul Pogba back. We cannot afford to risk him getting an injury. He probably could well start in the Champions League midweek as well. So it will probably be them two, potentially as the midfield too. Mkhitaryan got some goals in the international break, which will hopefully do him the world of good. I'm not too sure he's going to get dropped for the game, so I would expect he'll probably keep his place in the starting lineup. Hasn't been performing too well for Manchester United lately, but hopefully that international boost can boost him on for the remainder of the season. He did start the season decent, so a lot of people want him dropped, and I can't argue with that. He could well be dropped, but I don't think Jose Mourinho is going to do it for this game. Then he's either going to go for Martial or Rashford. I can't see him going for both. We're probably with one Mata, and then it will be obviously Romelu Lukaku up front. But we could well see Zlatan later in the second half, but I'm not too sure. He might be on the bench. We just do not know. But in the squad anyway, but obviously it's a home game, so the players will be there anyway. So, but obviously if it was a away game, he would only take players that are most likely going to play. They don't usually take too many people to the away ones, but at home, as I say, Manchester United got a fantastic record, so we should be looking to win this game. If we don't win this game, then serious question marks are going to be asked, because Manchester United title charge will be over. We cannot afford to drop any more stupid points. Already, I think it's 9 points, including goal difference, behind Manchester City, which is huge at this stage. We can catch them, but we're going to have to go on one mammoth run, just like Chelsea did last season, where they won a lot of games on the trot, and we would also have to rely on Manchester City dropping points. Anyway, my prediction for the game is Manchester United winning this game 1-0. I don't see Newcastle posing enough threats on Manchester United's goal in order to score, with Manchester United's good home record and their clean sheets record at Old Trafford this season. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.